What's going on, fam? This your main man, KCFL, King Self for Life Wrestler Takes here to give you my honest thoughts about Bash in Berlin. Now, I'm going to give Triple H some props. The show actually was a decent show. It was actually not that bad of a pay-per-view. However, he did make one fatal mistake, and I'm going to destroy him for that. As before I even begin this pay-per-view, I'm going to destroy him anyway. So, yesterday, Swerve was trending. It was because of WWE and everybody that worked backstage hearing about our brother right here, Mr. FBA, Mr. I Swerve When I Drive, Swerve Strickland, getting one of the biggest contracts in wrestling history, a 5-year deal. He ain't going anywhere if he wants to in 2029, if he wants to. But he's stuck until 2029, a 7-figure deal. And I'm like, every penny is well deserved. He did what he was supposed to do. He came here, he made a name for himself. He ain't had the buck dance to do it. I know everybody is still holding that grudge against him for that foolish song he put out. Every single one of us checked him for that buck dance and stuff. But when it's concerning everything in the wrestling ring, he has not done any form of cooning. He just portrayed himself as himself. Well, Triple H and company had something to say. They said that they believe this new deal is bad for the sport. No, it's bad because he's a black man. It's bad because he's a brother. It's bad because it's him. Now, if it's somebody else that didn't look like him that was getting the deal while they was over here in this company, H&M wouldn't say a dang thing about it. Again, they only see us as buck dancers, shucking and jiving, cooning, buck dancing, or whatever you want to call it. Cutting the jig, that's all they care about concerning us right here. But my brother said, no, sir, I'm not finna sit up here. I'm not finna coon for you, Triple H. Michaels was trying to showcase why he should have been one of Triple H's guys. He's like, yo, I can be the guy. I can be the one. And Triple H say, nope, if you ain't gonna coon, you're not for me. Well, we're gonna talk about what Triple H decided to do, because I personally believe he pulled the audible, because his helmet was on the hot seat about talking all this foolishness about Swerve. He pulled the audible today, and we're gonna talk about that audible, because I guarantee you, based off of the story that I've been seeing, they should have not won the tag team titles. But we're gonna talk about it. This show, like I said, it was a very good show. But like I say, he made one fatal mistake. We're going to talk about when we get there. So the crowd, I'm going to be honest with you. Germany, listen, they didn't really make too much noise until we got to the end of the show. Yeah, they made noise throughout the show, but this was one of the first European crowds that kind of was like not up to par like all the rest of them. WWE goes to these other European crowds. They destroy this crowd alone. So I don't know what it was. I don't know if they was being reserved or whatever. Yeah, they made noise for CM Punk. They actually was interested in Bianca and Jade. But they made all the noise for the main event. It was all Gunther, all Randy Orton. That was when all the noise was being made. But we'll talk about that. First matchup. Obviously, they wanted Gunther to get his opportunity to shine as the main event. So Cody and Kevin Owens said, you know what, we're going to go first. Anytime you see a Cody Rhodes match and a Kevin Owens match, and you put these two together and you allow them to do what they need to do, you're going to get a decent match. I thought the first match was decent. Cody was selling the knee injury and all that stuff, but Kevin Owens, he didn't get the victory. Afterwards, I think he shook his hand and then walked off. So this is nowhere near done. Now, however, apparently they already talked about Cody is going against Solo again, so I don't know what that means. I genuinely don't know what that means. I don't know if we're going to run this back. I don't know. But that was my thoughts on the first matchup. So it really didn't do nothing for me. It was a decent match, but it is what it is on that. This match right here. Now, what I was just talking about, with all the foolishness that Triple H and Dave Meltzer was out there talking about, Triple H was on the hot seat. Bianca and Jade going up for the tag team titles, female tag team titles against Unholy Union, Alpha Fire Istadon. Alpha Fire Istadon just got those tag team titles. They have not done nothing with them. H was on the hot seat and he pulled the audible. Because everybody they grandma know he's a straight up white supremacist. Don't play this game. You know he's a white supremacist. I know, you know, we all know. He pulled this because he wanted to quote unquote kill the noise that he was just, bull jiving and all this stuff, and it's just a joke, and no. He pulled this audible because he know his helmet was on the hot seat. That's the only reason why Bianca and Jay got the tag team titles back. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, okay, you put the tag team titles back on them. What is this going to do not only for Bianca and Jay, what is this going to do for the rest of the division? You keep playing hot potatoes with the doggone tag team titles, and we're not getting anywhere. You want us to care about where we're potentially going with these two. I'm tired of this foolishness. I told you, this fool don't know. Listen, you can put championships on us all you want. It's about getting cats to care or be invested in whatever you're trying to tell. You just destroy these two because you pulled the audible because you don't want to be called a white supremacist. That's basically the only reason why he gave him the titles. And I know people gonna probably call me a buck dancer because I'm telling you the bold-faced truth. He pulled the freaking audible because he was on a hot seat. And people want to say, oh, that was under Vince regime. No, Swerve didn't even make it to the main roster. Swerve was under Triple H the entire time. I don't want to hear nothing about Vince. We know how Vince moved. This was on Triple H's helmet. The same clown that wore blackface 3 times. The same clown that actually okayed the shirt full of blackface. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear one WWE hardcore head tell me I'm tripping about this. He pulled the audible because he knew his helmet was on the hot seat. It's the only reason why. Now, the match actually was pretty good. Alba Fire is done a very good. The whole situation about this was Bianca was getting beat up the entire time. And the hot tag is what made the match. Every time she tried to get over to Jade, they found a way to pull on her hair and all that stuff. And you know the nine. So she eventually got over there. Jade got an opportunity to do a couple of moves and all this stuff. And somehow, some way, they got the victory. They are now your new 2-time female tag team champions. I'm telling you right now, Triple H, it's August the 31st. We got to get to WrestleMania. I don't know what kind of foolish story you're going to try to tell with these two. But please quit playing hot potato with the tag team titles. Please. I was trying my best to get invested in unholy union. And then here you go, because you don't want to be known as a white supremacist, you pulled this out of him. That's basically what he did. So now guess what? I got to get reinvested in whatever you're trying to tell with Bianca and Jade. And it ain't genuine. I listen, don't let these hardcore WWE shields lie to you. It's not genuine. This is one of the major reasons what I have with this company booking us. Nothing about this company concerning us is genuine. Nothing. I don't want to hear one hardcore WWE head tell me I'm tripping. Nothing's genuine. This was an audible done because he was sitting up hating on Swerve getting paid. That's all that was about. This was an audible done because he know there's a bunch of buck dancers that believe everything this company do is genuine. It ain't. Nothing this company does is genuine. Absolutely nothing. Concerning us. Now, they might be able to do some genuine stuff with everybody else, but when it comes to our people, oh no. H don't know what he's doing. He pulled the freaking audible. This was an audible through and through because the story told us Isadon and Alba Fire was supposed to retain. They did. Jade and Bianca got the tag team titles. Now we got to start this thing all over again. What the heck are you trying to tell with Jade and Bianca? And where the heck does Isadon and Alba Fire go? I don't know. That's Triple H. That's what he decided to do. He pulled the audible because he didn't want to be quote-unquote known as a white supremacist, even though that's what he is. We move on. Next, the match I think which was the match of the night. Now, obviously, fools online that can't stand this guy was hating like they always do. I personally thought this was the match of the night. I thought, okay, so the faces are up 2-0. I'm thinking, okay, a heel got to win right here. Drew come out looking like, I don't know what he had on, whatever. And CM Punk came out, that's when the crowd actually woke up. They was chanting, they was singing the song and all this crazy stuff. So, before the match started, Drew started beating the brakes off CM Punk. That was basically him trying to get the advantage of the match. He was beating the brakes off this man, tearing him up. My ref guy was trying to get the strap on him and all this stuff. He's like, yo, let me get the strap on him. You clowning him doing all this stupid stuff by throwing him through the doggone table and all this crap. Let me put the strap on him. So Drew said, screw this. So he put it on him. They strapped up. The match started. Now, for me, the best part of this matchup was when Drew had CM Punk and they was both getting ready to go to the corners to hit the turnbuckles to turn the doggone buzzer light on. When Drew hit it, he wasn't paying attention that CM Punk was wide awake. CM Punk hit it. Then when Drew went to the second one, he hit it, turned around, CM Punk hit that one. And then he got over to the third one, they did the same thing. He did not realize that CM Punk was wide awake. I say that was probably the most creative spot out of this whole matchup. A lot of people was complaining. I've seen people online going in on the whole situation. I thought what Drew and CM Punk did was actually pretty good. I'm not going to lie. This was, for me, I thought this was probably the best match on the show. Drew wasted time. The reason why Drew lost this matchup, he wasted too much time. Instead of every opportunity when he had an opportunity to be in the corner and tap the dog on turnbuckle, he was wasting time looking at CM Punk. I'm like, fool, you can get this match done. You're wasting time. That's the reason why Drew lost. Oh, and the whole story of the match was that stupid bracelet. CM Punk got his bracelet back. He got the job done. He did about 4 go-to-sleeps, if I'm not mistaken. And he dragged this fool's carcass. He 1, 2, 3, 4. He got all of the turnbuckles, and he wins. Now the whole thing is tied. Now, CM Punk actually said that the feud is done. I don't think it is. He claimed it's over, and he said he wants whoever wins between Drew and Randy Orton. So he's now gunning for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Like I said, I thought this was probably the best match out the whole show. CM Punk, Drew did what they were supposed to do, but Drew cost himself for wasting time. He was wasting too much time. That was his biggest issue. Wasting too much time. Now, we get to this matchup. Now, this was probably the one match I was looking forward to the most. Did the match deliver? I thought all 4 participants did good, and I knew that Judgment Joke 2.0 was going to get involved. Finn Balor, Carlito, and JD McDonuts all got involved. The whole story is, can the Terror Twins get their hands on Dom and Liv Morgan? Can Rhea and Damian Priest beat the Stein? And ladies and gentlemen, Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley were beating the bricks off of the both of them the entire match until Judgment Joke 2.0 pulled up. Now, my only issue with this match is who got pinned. I say this every day. I don't know what it is about wrestling promoters having your champion get pinned in non-title matches. I don't know what this obsession is. Triple H loves it. Tony Khan loves it. Michaels even loves it too. And I don't watch TNA, but I guarantee you they love it as well. I don't know what it is with these wrestling promotions enjoying watching their champion get pinned in a non-title match. For anybody who come in my comment sections telling me it makes sense, no, it doesn't. It will never make sense for a champion to get pinned in a non-title match. I don't care if it's a regular match, an eliminator match, a tag team match. It will never make sense. You are supposed to protect your champion. I don't give a dang what kind of circumstance it calls for. You just turned Liv Morgan into a circus act. She already hanging out with clowns anyway. Now you just made it look like one of the biggest jokes in the company. That championship don't mean nothing. You're supposed to protect your champion. Triple H, you have failed again. I was watching this. I said they doing good. The match is great. I'm loving everything they doing. Until we got to that part. Once we got there, I said, well, there it is right there. This is the one mark that got me from actually going to give this pay-per-view an 8 out of 10. I was going to give it an 8 out of 10. H, you failed. You failed Liv Morgan. I didn't mind them losing. You got Dom sitting right there. And look, I wouldn't mind Rhea doing her move on Dom and getting the 1, 2, 3. Now she can go ahead and get her rematch at Doggone Bad Blood, and we off to the races. Boom, it's done. But you just had her get her pin in that matchup where she did not need to get pinned. You do this foolishness, and I'm so freaking tired of it. H does this crap too much. Tony Khan is getting ready to do it all out. It's stupid. That's why I tell y'all goofies. Triple H and Tony Khan are one and the same. They both fools. They both like doing some of the most dumbest stuff. They do some decent things when they want to, but they both make the same stupid mistake every chance they get. It's retarded. This is stupid. I don't give a damn. You can hop in my comment section and tell me I'm tripping. I'm not tripping. I'm telling you the both is true. This right here screwed up everything. I did not mind them losing them. I did not. If you wanted to keep the feud going, great. Pin Dom. Don't pin the champ. The champ has no business getting pinned. And what did Triple H do? Liv Morgan got pinned. I said, well, that's a markdown. So, like I said, outside of that, the match is good. The match, I didn't have a problem with the match. It's how it ended. And that's what Triple H failed at. He failed miserably. And I'm going to dock him on that. I told you, I don't play around with this stuff. Some of y'all sitting up here acting like this stuff is great. No, it was stupid. That was a stupid booking decision. Don't let any of these clowns in the IWC that got a platform like me tell you that this was a fantastic booking decision. No, this was an idiotic booking decision. You goofy sit up here and accept this foolishness and act like it's great. It's not. It's stupid. It's straight up stupid. I ain't buying this foolishness. This is terrible booking. Terrible. So we move on. Move on to the main event. Now, this is when the crowd was hyped. Now, yeah, they was making mommy sounds and talking about mommy all day throughout this whole matchup and everything. But right here, this is when all the noise started coming. Orton coming out, fans are singing the song. Gunther come out, they going crazy for Gunther. Ladies and gentlemen, this matchup for me was better than part one. Part one, Orton was hurt, so Gunther had to carry the entire thing. This time around, Gunther got manhandled by Randy Orton. Old man Orton, who's on his last leg, manhandled Gunther. Manhandled. Listen, the blueprint was put in place at Summer Joke. Damian Priest showed the world how you whoop up on this man. You whoop up on Gunther. You beat up on Gunther. This is what you do. Now, you may not win the match, but this is how you do it. And Randy Orton he took what he saw, he took notes, and he added to that. And guess what? Messed the fool's arm up, his wrist. That was the whole story of the whole match. He couldn't do anything because his wrist was jacked up. So, Orton, he got the story with his back. So his back is jacked up. So he doing all this stuff. Vicious Orton, old school, the Apex Predator was coming out. You seen all them old school moves coming in. You seen him doing his stuff like how he used to do. He actually did the whole, hold on, put the microphone down. He did all this stuff. I was thinking about Ruthless Aggression / Evolution / Legend Killer. All of that was coming back. It was coming back. And throughout this whole match, Gunther looked like he did not belong. And WWE think they slick. They put up there on the banner right before the match. He had the IC Championship for 606 score days. 666. Letting y'all know how they move. They are a demonic satanic company. I don't know how fools they let that stuff go over their head. They let you know this is how they move. Ever since Gunther has dropped that IC Championship, he has not been the same. That's not the same Gunther. This fool told Damian Priest the moment he wins the championship, he's going to bring prestige to this championship. He has not done so. This dude has just been looking like a shell of himself. Yes, he can still wrestle, but Orton manhandling him throughout the entire matchup just tells me all I need to know. This ain't the same Gunther. This is not the same Gunther. And I understand what he was doing. He was trying to make Orton look more powerful than he really is, more dangerous than he really is. But old man Orton actually looked better than Gunther. I'm telling you the bold-faced truth. Old man Orton looked better than Gunther in this matchup. He took him outside, put the steel steps together, threw him through the doggone announce table. Fans went completely berserk. They were saying this is awesome in their language and everything. They was singing. They hijacked the entire show. Michael Cole couldn't even concentrate. They was over there clowning him and Wade Barrett. They were clowning. The fans were going nuts. They were going ape. I said, man, what was this the entire show? They finally woke up. They woke up. They made noise. They went crazy. And the way how Orton lost, Gunther had put this man in 3 chokeholds. The first one, he got out of it. Orton was able to get an RKO off. It didn't work. He put him in another one. He got out of that one. And then he put him in another chokehold. Gunther put him to sleep. Gunther retains his World Heavyweight Championship. Gets a standing ovation. He actually does. Shout out to that man, BC Amplified. This wrestling today is definitely the mutual respect era. That's what I call this era, regardless of what company it is. This is the mutual respect era. I don't care if you're a heel or babyface. Cats get up. They shake each other's hands. It was a sign of respect. Gunther was respecting Orton because Orton actually manhandled him the entire matchup. But he overcame Orton. He overcame old man Orton and got the dub. He is still your World Heavyweight Champion. And we move on to Monday Night Raw. So overall, the pay-per-view actually was a 8 out of 10 worthy grade. The problem is, why would you have your champion get pinned? Why? There's no excuse. No excuse. You can come in my comment section and tell me I'm bugging, I'm tripping, and I'm going to sit up and tell you I absolutely disagree with your take. I'm telling you right now, that was a terrible booking decision. That's why my final grade for this show is a 7 out of 10. That's the highest I'm going. It was a very good pay-per-view. Very good pay-per-view. However, H, you failed. You failed my girl Liv Morgan. You failed drastically. Dom was sitting right there. If you want to Rhea to get the pin, she could have got the pin on, did the move, it's over. This protects your champion, and we set up the matchup going into Bad Blood. It's not that difficult. But this whole, I got to pin the champion just to get a shot, this stuff is terrible, lazy, stupid booking. AEW does it every day. TNA sometimes does. I don't watch TNA, but I'm pretty sure they do it. Michaels every now and then tries to get away with it. But Triple H and Tony Khan, these two, they pick it. It's like, okay, Triple H, I'm going to do it over here. Then Tony Khan say, oh, I'm going to do it over here. These two clowns are one and the same. That's why I don't get the IWC trying to put one over the other. They both two goofy clown bookers, both of them. I tell y'all all the time, I cut both of them up when they need to be destroyed. Both of them. And SmackDown was garbage as heck yesterday. That was trash. SmackDown it wasn't even worth watching. That show was garbage as heck. I said, man, when the heck is Roman Reigns returning? When is Roman getting back? Because this show is drastically needs. But overall, very good pay-per-view. Final grade, 7 out of 10. That's the highest I'm going. I ain't going higher than that. You can give it a 9 out of 10 all you want. That would be a bull jive grade. I ain't bull jiving. I'm telling you the both is true. 7 out of 10. That's the highest I'm going. Could have been an 8, but H decided to pull that bull jive move. Bull jive booking decision on Triple H. That's it. I don't have anything else to say. This is my honest grade for the show. You already know this your main man, KCVL, King Self for Life, Rest of the Takes. We out the building. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button. Hit the comment section up. Say whatever you got to say. Be respectful. And I'll talk to y'all cats later. For No Mercy tomorrow. No Mercy is tomorrow, so more than likely you'll be getting a review either Sunday night or Monday afternoon sometime. This your main man, KCVL, King Self for Life, Rest of the Takes. I'm gone.